Hello, 300c Goth here. Now it's time to go and sort out the steering controls. So, we're going to be removing these and these. And we're going to change the lights in them because green is hideous. To be honest with you, I'll say probably best to turn the steering wheel a bit because you're going to be needing to get access to this one, which is right here. And there's nothing under it. And you're going to need to get access to this one, but we've got a steering column in the way, so yes, we've got this in the way, so we're going to have to move the steering wheel up so then we can actually go and get access to that. So now I've moved the steering wheel out of the way, so you can see we should get able to get our sockets, which looks to be a 10mm socket, so we're going to get one of them. So we'll be right back with you. So 10mm socket, nice and long, because I just tried the longer ones and it didn't, well, the shorter ones, and it didn't quite work. So we're going to need to try and get that out. Have I got it right side? That'd be rather interesting if I have. There we go. Let's get that undone. And just kind of do the rest by hand. How far is that? Not far enough. Mind you though, this is a good training technique because I'm going to be sorting out the brakes some point. Got them ordered, so we can go and have a look at that. So now let's go and get this side. This side is going to be the more awkward. Don't know why I didn't do this one first, because hindsight, you want to do the harder side first, because all the rest of it a breeze. Come on. I'm just going to do this, take that out, and turn it by hand. Ratchets don't solve everything. They can do a great deal, but not everything. So. Right, let's get that knot out of the way. Still not done yet. How's that one? There we go. So, put them here, nice and safe. No harm, no foul. Nothing's going to get in our way. We're not going to lose anything. So, this should now pop forward. Be gentle, because it is the airbag. You don't want that blowing off in your face. So, just be gentle with it when you're moving. Don't do any hard yanks. I'm going to try and put you here, so you can at least see what I'm doing. So, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. But like I said, you want to be ultra freaking careful. So, while I've got this far away, you can see kind of what's going on. Not particular bright. Let's turn on the light. There we go. You can see what we're looking at. Because, yes, like I said, you don't want to cause any problems. Because this thing will not be pleasant if it goes off in your face. And I just lost you. I do apologise. Okay, right. So we're going to find our nuts or bolts, screws, whatever it is shall be. It's going to be in our way. There's the wires, so I can see that. But we're going to need to find screws that holds all this in place. So we're going to have another look. So I'm going to put you down and have an extra look. Do they just slide out by chance? See, I'm learning. I'm doing this my, kind of freehanding it. I might need to go and get myself a screwdriver. Because I don't know, these are actually screwed in. I think they might be just, yeah. Okay. I've got a feeling I might be sliding. Or they might just pop out. If they pop out, I'm going to be quite annoyed because it means that I don't actually have to go and do anything. Right. So, I'll just figure out how to get it out. I just have to look at something how to do this. So, you put your screwdriver in there, nice and flat, and you kind of just pry it downwards. I suppose that's how that one came off. So, this one should do the same, preferably. If it wants to not be a dick. I think it's going to be a dick. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. Almost had it. Almost had it. Don't care if you damage anything in here because, to be honest with you, you're not going to see it. But, preferably, maybe I might have to tackle this one from under it. This won't be particularly nice. Come on. I might need to go and get another screwdriver on this one because this one came off quite easily. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got a tab at the bottom. Okay, all right. So better idea. Stick it in there. All right, in there. Try and grab the tab and pull it forward. There we go. So a little bit of snap on, snap off, so on and so forth. But I shouldn't believe that shouldn't do any damage because it's plastic. And plastic likes to break, doesn't it? But generally, it should be alright because they're alright anyway. But like I said, as long as you get your screwdriver in the right place, this place, I literally just put it in there, kind of give it a bit of a twist and a bit of a pull, and it just popped out. A lot more simpler than that side there. But hey ho. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these off, take these clips off. Doing this by one hand is going to be rather difficult. Let's just focus this a bit. There we go. Right. So we're going to try and take these off, and we're going to have a look inside, and then we're going to plug it back in. I'm going to tell you why, because I still need to figure out what part is live and which part isn't. So if I can find out what part is live, then you guys don't really have to. You can just say, hey, there's a video on this. Hey, this person told me that this is live. It is live, so on and so forth. So I'm going to figure out what part is live, and then I know what part of the bulbs need to go. Because I think these are LED, and we're not going to put LED bulbs back. Well, we are going to put LED bulbs back in, but we're not going to do the little, micro bulb type of thing. Not far as I'm well, because I don't think it's going to work like that, but we're going to find out. Right, okay. So, I took the front lot out for said reasons, just so that I can figure out what I needed to know. And if I'm right, if it says it's right on the other ones, on my actual little, I think I will have to use my little micro LED things because, yeah, these are a bit small governs, as you can see on the back of there. Be careful of this piece because I did actually lose mine, actually fell down there just to be a nuisance. And yeah, so be wary of that. So this little rubber piece does move, and it's got the little copper tabs, and that's what allows it to get continuity when you're pressing a button. But yes, so so these are actually clear. I've shined on a light just to see what it actually is. But I'm going to try and make this nice and sweet, so then you guys can actually follow through. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do it on this one. So I'm going to try and get this out of the way. Like so, you've got to be careful. I'm going to do this with two hands, put you on the side. I don't know how well you can see this, but yes. Right, I'm going to try and get you visuals once I get that cable moved. I've got lost you there. My apologies. Right. Bag. Right, I'm sorry. Right, okay. So, you see there's a tab in there. There's a little pushy thing right there, right where my middle finger is, and you push it in. It's hard to see because, well, let's put it on the light, see if it makes it easier. There we go. So you see this little tabby piece, you get that, and you get to grab the unit and trying to pull it forward. So it's a lot more feasible, a lot more easy to move. So you pull it forward without moving the airbag too scarcely because it's sketchy. I'd rather not have an airbag blow in my face. It's not pleasant, I assure you. So, what you do is, you get the screwdriver. Don't know how well you can see this because I have to use this two hands. So, you get your screwdriver, put it into the gap here, and you press upwards. So you pull the handle upwards on your flathead screwdriver, and it should pull forward, at least on one side, and then you do the other side. Okay, so here it goes, up again, whoops, and then you go. And then it just pulls forward. Or I'll just get the back off, doesn't really matter. Oh, that's why, not all of it came off. Okay, and let's do it again. So same again though. The other one, it all came forward, not just one part of it. So there we go, see? So you just make sure you get those tabs that hold, the plastic tabs that holds this together. Just got to make sure that they pull at the same unison points, because, you know, you do it one side, you can pull it over, and long as it just sits on it, that's fine, because it means it's still undone. You just need to go on the other side and just to pull that, and it should fall forward. If it doesn't, then you do it again. Just, you know, make sure you pull down, you know, pull the handle upwards, so the lever, so the flathead piece goes downwards. So then you kind of prying it up and releasing the clips. That will save you breaking anything, any harm, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead. So, yeah, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to remove these, and we're going to fit our new ones. These ones I've got on Amazon. So these are new ones. So there's a bunch of strips. Hopefully they should work. I haven't tried it, so I'm learning with you. But we're going to find out sooner or later. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on you while I'm doing this, because this is going to be sketchy. So I borrowed this off a mate. So it's not mine. It's a it's called a Novus Briggs something. I'm guessing you got this on Amazon, I'm not sure. But basically it's a air solderer. Kind of simple to use. But before we start, got that heated up, so that can have its fun to solve its problem. We're going to remove the plastic tabs, just because, yes, and it just literally just falls out. So, you know, in, out, simple. Not rocket science. This stuff can obviously make loads of people nervous. That's why we are doing it with you. So I'm going to put a pliers on here just to stabilize it, so then it doesn't go flying away and get on my tits. Alright, so that is the passenger one, so get that out of the way. So like I said, this is a botched job because, you know, I'm doing it and this video is going to be messy, so enjoy. But to very least low, you're going to know what you need to do, hopefully. So we're going to get our heat iron, and we're going to apply it gently and wiggle it about. A soldering iron, I'm guessing you just need to touch certain areas and it should just pop off. But don't quote me if I'm wrong on that, because yes, I'm quite new at this myself, really. I know I've done the other bits and bobs, but there's some, you know, I've been using this, so can't really say much on that. So we're going to remove this. Get this nice and heated up, so we can remove it. There we go. Came off like a treat. So we need to make sure, I'm going to keep the other light in there while I'm going to put the other one in, just because it's got a little arrow. If I'm right in thinking, what these lights say, these ones, they have little arrows, and that determines that it's a negative line. So negative has to be here. That should be where negative is, this line. So this is the right side up, so you'd be looking, so your negative is on the right. So we're going to get our little light out of here. Nice little small things, absolutely diddy. Like, look at that. Like, it's not much bigger than a fingernail. Is that, no, matter of fact, it's miles smaller than, it's like 1/8 of a fingernail. It's that bad. Go in there. Let's just that. So you see that little line there? quite difficult to see. There we go. See that little indentation? That should be where your negative is. At least on these ones anyway. I'll try and put things down in the description because I'm quite useless at that. So we're going to do this. Make sure we get it right so it sits there nicely. Let's heat it up. So give it a bit of heat, bit of soldering, heat it up a bit, nice and so it gets nice and near enough. We're going to put some more solder on there, so we're going to do that. So, solder. Don't need too much, not for these lights because they're absolutely tiny. So we're going to heat it up and just give it a few dots. Just give it a bit of a dollop. There we go. So we've got our new dollops on there. And now we're going to put our light back on. Heat it back up again because it's a bit cold out. There we go. And we just take a bit more. Doesn't always want to play ball. And there we go. Let's fit in there. Oops. Nope, I just lost it. This video is going to be slightly long-winded by the time I get this on. Laughing at my own jokes. There we go. Right, let's do this again. Like that one. Give a few blows. I'm trying to be a bit gentle with it. There we go. That is on now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test it. Right, there we go. I tested it. It works. So it works, and now all we need to do, unfortunately I didn't show you it because, you know, I didn't take you with me on this one. I was just kind of getting on with it. But yeah, so it did work. Now I just need to do the others. So these are 3-volt LEDs. I don't think that one even showed you, but it's a 100 piece. The other bag has got another 100 piece in there. So we're going to get this on with, do the rest. Trying to apply enough heat so there we go, came off. So this time I'm going to go straight for it and put the solder straight on there because last time it wasn't quite enough. As I say, a axe cock. There we go, that's what we're going to call it, an axe cock. An axe cock size. That is a scientific term. So there we go. YouTube can do whatever they want because I'm not actually that bothered. This is just for fun. Fun. Education. Learn to do things on your Chrysler. Maybe some of you, maybe it might even work out on some of the other cars. Because technically it is a Mercedes E-Class in some sense. People can say to me, oh, it's an American car, but no, not really. It's also a German car. It's kind of a half-breed of a German car to an American car and so on and so forth. So we pop that on there. As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's a video out there to doing this. Not for the steering wheel controls lights. Because if you're like me, who hates green, we cannot have green, you know? We can't have green. Green is horrible. Some people like green, all by means, whatever. But personally, green as a colour for my car is not feasible. So that is now done. So this is this side. Now this side is vice versa, exactly the same. you find the arrows. You got your arrows there, so they're on top of this one this time. This one was on the bottom. So this is exactly the way up it should be standing. So the arrows on this one is facing upwards. The arrows on this one was facing downwards. So I'm going to stop it here. So it is exactly the same method. You apply heat, or with iron, I think you just touch it a little bit. Not 100% sure. You have to look that one up yourself. And yeah, so you just remove them, replace the new ones, put a bit of solder on there, da-de-da-de-da, plain and simple. So that is that. So here's a lovely test for you. So as you can see, let's just get these all to focus. You can see, there they are, they're working. So that's a perfect sign for you. This is all I do to test them sometimes. It's basically what I did with this. Some people may say that's a bit too risky. But basically, I take them out, swat over the lights and test them. So all I do is, I don't even need to go and put in the key. This one was a little bit funky. Did have to do some stuff with this one, put the key in just because the lights don't always want to function. So so all I do is switch it and all the lights come on. So now you can see, and you can do this yourself. To view. Let's turn that off. So to be honest with you, if you can learn to do these things yourself and you get fed up with like I am, because eventually I will do that instrument cluster because damn that needs to go. So like I said, it's quite basic, nice. It's straightforward, to be honest with you. It is scary. It is scary to do it for the first time because it's one of those things that is like, oh, electrics, because I'm no electrician, I'm a carpenter. You know, I deal with carpentry stuff, wood stuff, not electrics. You know, I've done some electrics, but not don't like it. But yeah, it is scary. But to be honest with you, as long as you do it, if you manage to get a feel of it, you see someone else do it, you can learn to do it yourself, and you can get a little bit confident in it. You know, just obviously try and know your limitations, because you don't want to do something like, let's say, rewire something, because that's going to be a different ball game. So there we have it, really. So I'll put all these together. Actually, you know what? I'll show you how to put them all together. Why not? Oh, before I forget, FYI, when you're doing a test, let's say you want to plug these in to make sure the lights are working. You see these little prongs? They fit in, obviously, to these brackets here. But you want the little squared ones. So you want these little bits right there. There's where they're slotted. They don't slot in the big bits. They're slotted in the little ones. That is basically, the big ones is for a key to go in to release the little pins on the back of them to release this entire square bit. But what you want to do is put the little prongs in the little square bits. That's where they belong. One side is only one prong. There's only one, is not a double deck. I don't know what they call it. I'm calling it a double deck on this one. So this is a single deck one. Can't really see that. There we go. So yeah, so this is a single deck. So don't worry about the big bits right there. Don't worry about the bigger ones. Worry about the small ones. That's where the prongs sit in. So I'm going to try and do this with one hand. This is going to be difficult. So you want to grab your circuit board. Yep, grab your circuit board and stick it in there. Literally not hard to mess, really. And then you grab your buttons. Make sure your seating is right. So you want these copper bits facing outwards. So obviously contacts into these little bits here. So you want to take it, put it over top, and it should just snap on. Nice and simple. Supposedly. Right, I'm going to put you here on my chest. Right, I'm going to try and do this. This is a this is a two-hand job. I think, unless I'm not sitting right. Am I not sitting right? Is something in my way? No, should be alright. Yeah, working. Pressing buttons. I just need to get this plastic piece on. Okay. There we go. 1, 2. See all the snaps? All that. Have a little feel. Make sure they don't feel, you know, weird. And in theory, it should be simple as plug it in, get your wires in place. Wires. Get your harness in place. Little housing piece. male always goes into the female. And there we go. So that is in there. And we just try and press this in. There we go. I just noticed you went onto the side. Whoops. So yes, as you can see, that is in there. That's still working. I'm going to get the other side on. And basically it's vice versa, really. Just plugging in. So, here we go. So, as you can see, buttons are in. We're going to turn on the car. We're not really turning it on, but, you know, get it on. There we go. Nice and white. As you can see, I'm pressing the volume button. That's still working. Press this little button. I noticed the camera doesn't like these units. There we go. See, that still pops on warning, etc, etc. So, yes. That's just obviously doing what it does. But yes, nice and white. Nice and bright. I would like if they were the same, but I don't think they actually would work on these units very well. Because, yes, they're completely different and separate bulbs. So I think there might be a different circuitry. I tried it with that one and it didn't really work very well. So anyway, so that is that. And then you just, you know, pop it back on. Nice, plain and simple. So, sits in. To be honest with you, there's not much to say with this car, really, to be honest. It's very user-friendly. Very user-friendly. So yeah, so that is me, really. So that is every lights working. Just need to screw it back on, you know. Basically what I showed you before, just in reverse. Put the screws back on, and then happy freaking days. You got rid of the green lights in your steering wheel. Happy days. Anyway, this is 300c Golf signing off.